Another YouTube comment. Here we go. Just going to put my shades on. It means nothing. I like to wear my shades. Sometimes people like to wear their sunglasses at night. I just like to wear my shades. Makes me feel more comfortable. So another YouTube comment coming at you live. 2015 November. I just made a comment generally about a sense of urgency, and I sort of kind of spelled it wrong on my title. SENCE, sense of urgency. URGNCIES. And it is a sense of urgency on every aspect in the United States of America on major issues. But I use that word sense of urgency because of the way things has been responded on the most recent terrorist acts that happened in France. It has seemed to be a sense of urgency on a large scale on this planet about the incident that happened overseas. And believe me, I'm sorry that happened. And I'm an African American male residing in the United States. And I had friends, acquaintances, and people that I don't even know of to have died in the United States of America over the years on a large scale, and there has not been no sense of urgency to do anything about the deaths that happen in the United States of America. Massacres, I mean, we are known for the most massacres in one country that happen in France, but we have more massacres here. And that just happened the other day. We have had just in 2015, if I'm not mistaken, 3 or 4 massacres? And then last year, how many massacres that had happened? And the year before that, we have had large scales of massacres that has happened in the United States of America. And the incident, as I said before, they had a cause, and it doesn't, I'm not saying, I'm not agreeing with the cause. I'm just speaking upon that a massacre happened overseas for a cause, for a group of people. And here in the United States of America, we are killing each other without a cause. We are having large scale massacres in the United States of America they don't, ain't no cause. I mean, mentally divergent, or I guess if Aryan Nation, white supremacy, that church killing. I mean, I guess that guy might have had a cause, but that's no cause. But we have a large scale of people just want to go out and shoot Americans on a large scale without a cause. Without a cause. But we don't have that same sense of urgency here in the United States of America. And that's just the massacres. I didn't even go on to say anything about, well, I would say now, with the black on black crimes, the black on black deaths. I mean, people say Black Lives Matter. All lives matter. But black lives are being killed on a larger scale in the United States of America than any other race. So there's no sense of urgency to try to stop that. Even though it's a shame that we have so many deaths in the United States of America. We have different labels for them. Massacres, black on black crime, cops killing African Americans. Cops is killing ordinary citizens too, but the African American male is killed more by a police officer. I mean, as far as deaths, we on a large scale have more deaths, thousands per year in the United States of America, and there's no sense of urgency to stop neither individual act that happens. Like I said, there's multiple individual acts that happen here in the United States of America where we have labeled them murder capitals, massacres, black on black crime, police shootings. We have multiple names for the deaths that happen in the United States of America. But there is no sense of urgency about neither one of these incidents, or shall I say events, or categorically labeled stats of deaths that happen in the United States of America. Because there's so many ways that we are killing each other on a large scale per year that we have different labels for them. And there's no sense of urgency to try to stop it. But here, you just have a bunch of people that just got shot up overseas, and everybody in the world is coming to this. Why hasn't no one come to talk about the shootings of African American citizens by police officers? And not just African American, just normal citizens by police officers. Why ain't no one coming here to confront and say, y'all brothers need to stop killing each other. Y'all killing each other on a large scale. No one's coming to say that sense of urgency of the death that happened in Chicago. I didn't see France come over here and say, ooh, we need to help y'all and stop y'all from doing that. Oh, that's a tragedy that many people got killed in the weekend. I ain't see France. Ain't nobody else come over and say, oh, we need to help y'all on that stat. Ain't seeing no one join in America to help stop the deaths of citizens in the United States of America. Because even though that incident happened and there were multiple citizens from different countries that has, and I'm sorry that happened. But I don't see no sense of urgency to come upon the United States of America land and come stop all these deaths that are happening in the United States of America by multiple people. Especially the African American, they're the largest ones that are being slaughtered here in the United States of America in 2015. I don't see no one saying that's a sense of urgency. Ain't no sense of urgency here. Just because it was a terrorist group, oh, now y'all wanted to say, no, we have domestic terrorism. There's a terrorist group here in the United States of America. And the sad part about it is, we are our own terrorists. I ain't gonna front, and we are our own terrorists. So let's have a sense of urgency to stop terrorizing each other on the large scales of deaths in the United States of America. Let's have a sense of urgency to stop our population from depleting. Maybe that's a goal. I hope that there's no population control thing going on while you're allowing all these deaths to happen. But we need to stop this. We need to get a sense of urgency. The same would have a sense of urgency overseas. We need to have a sense of urgency here on our own land in the USA. Because here in the United States of America, the African American being killed on a large scale more than anybody else. So if you as African American multimillionaires don't decide that this is a sense of urgency just for your race, then you will be left out. Your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren will be left out because they won't be able to spawn to have another child. So it's a sense of urgency on every aspect. And I don't want to just point out the African American male, but we are the ones being killed on a large scales, deaths in the United States of America. And there's no sense of urgency to stop that. So it's a sense of urgency on every aspect in the United States of America. But when you have large-scale deaths by a race of people in the United States of America, it's a sense of urgency to stop it. These these large things that happen, I say little, but I don't mean little, but these incidents that are happening in the United States of America that are causing Afro-American males to be killed and locked up on a large scale today. Before they used to lynch us. Back in the day, they lynched us. The lynchings was happening way past the 30s and 40s. The last lynching in the United States of America was actually in the 70s. Now, I don't know if you know that, but that was actually an African-American male that was lynched on a tree. So they're not lynching us on trees. They're lynching us in the mind, incarceration, and lynching us by killing us with these senseless violence by each other, officers, and the government. So we need to get together and stop it. Let's change this. Let's have a sense of urgency to change this.